call you?
Preferably, you should give me a call when you're listing the property. If you see an issue or the seller says, I might have an open permit, preferably what I like to tell people to do is to order a lien search when they take the listing. While this is expensive, it costs $200, $300, it's going to cause you a lot of problems and protect your investment. If you explain to your buyers, hey, we need to pull a lien search, or I can go to the city and I can find out any type of open permits or code violations or liens. Because these things take 10, 15, 20, 30 business days to get resolved. And sometimes they can't get resolved at all because there's all this unpermitted junk around it. So we have to find different solutions. But the best thing is to get me involved in the beginning.
Hi, this is Alma Tommy. I'm with United Realty Group, and I just went through a webinar, not a webinar, but an actual class with Ben Sense, with the Boss Construction Group. It was very informative. I really liked it. I learned a lot about permitting and lien search.
In the FAR Bar as-is contract, which I'm sure you guys use, you have an inspection period. What happens a lot of time is when the buyer's lien search comes in late, you get the lien search after the inspection period. And that's why our brokers and our real estate leaders all tell us to put an addendum in the contract to say that the seller's to close open permits or code violations at own expense. Because the contract doesn't stipulate. It only says that the seller's to cooperate. Well, what does that mean? So imagine if you represent the seller and they got negotiated with during the inspection period. And then the lien search came back. You think they're going to want to negotiate again? So it's important to find out all these things in the beginning with a municipal lien search.
But if we know about that before listing or at the moment of the listing, we have to disclose.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's a lot easier for me to help you if you represent the seller. If you represent the buyer, I can come in and evaluate it or get the seller or their agent to cooperate. But it's the earlier we find out about this, the better. With the lack of inventory right now, I'm getting bombarded just with problems that needed to be fixed yesterday when we could have found out about them previously. So again, I'm not trying to scare you, but learn, like for example, if your seller has new windows and doors on their house, and they say, hey, I did that Y green PACE loan, which is another class I do. That's a loan. Yeah. That needs to be paid off at closing on the HUD. That's attached to the tax bill. So these are really important things to look out for and to let your title professionals know, your mortgage professionals know, because I had an agent, there was a $35,000 PACE loan for windows and doors, and they didn't have the money to close. You know, so again, having to know, and on our MLS, it now asks, do you have Y green? Do you have energy, eco-energy stuff? So all these things are very important, and whether you're new in the industry or you're experienced in the industry, they're all changing and they're different from where you are. So it's very important to look at the property, call me if you have any questions. I could contact the municipality and we can go from there.